Hey guys, it's that evil overlord. Welcome to a new top 10 video. You know, I love movies. I may not be a huge movie viewer now, but back in the day, nothing was better than kicking back and watching a movie. Actually, there was something better, playing video games. You know what was even better? Playing games based off movies. After watching a movie for so long, you'd wish to be in the character's skin and experience what they were doing. Well, at least I wished that. The closest way to experience that was by playing the game based off that movie. So today, I present to you my 10 favorite movie-based video games. A few notes before starting. This is a list based off the games I've played. If a certain movie-based game is on the list, but you believe it deserves to, it's most likely because I haven't played it. Also, movie-based games that were originally based off books are included. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. Anyways, let's kick off things, shall we? Number 10. I honestly loved The Incredibles as a kid. I always wished I could have their superpowers. The GBA version of the game based off the movie is actually quite entertaining. It's like a beat-em-up for the most part, along with a bit of side-scrolling platforming. It kind of resembles Streets of Rage, so if you like those games and are interested in this one, check it out. Anyways, there are loads of enemies of different types, and you have to beat them up to move on. It was really fun, though I wish the controls felt a bit loose because movements felt too tight, so sometimes I'd end up missing a punch because I underestimated the controls. Also, it would have been nice to have a combo counter. Minor complaint, but I would have liked it. It's nowhere near the best movie-based games, but it is enjoyable. Also, why no save files? It's a 2004 GBA game. Huge GBA games like Pokemon and Mario and Luigi were out, so why is this one restricted to passwords? Anyways, check the game out if you own a GBA. Number 9. Okay, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker was only based off a small part of the Moonwalker movie, but that doesn't really matter. This was one of the earlier Genesis games, and it showed off the potential of the system. It was also a rather enjoyable game. Sure, there was quite the learning curve, with 3 buttons doing completely different things in this adventure or platformer, beat 'em up, whatever you want to call the game. Point is, it's fun. You can tell you're playing a Michael Jackson game because of the trademark MJ moves you do when you attack, and also the classic music that translated really well to the Genesis sound chip. The game does get extremely hard later on, but that doesn't really kill the enjoyment. The controls feel great, the areas are distinct, and overall, it deserves to be on my list. I've heard that the arcade version is far superior, but I haven't played it, so I won't do any comparisons here. But yeah, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Check it out. Number 8. Summer of 2006. I remember going to a Walmart in Toronto when my dad said I couldn't get one single thing. Then I saw a PC version of Cars, the video game. I didn't hesitate to pick it up. When I came back home about 2 weeks later, I quickly popped it into the family desktop and was hooked onto it for 5 days straight while finishing the game. This was weird considering the family picked up our Xbox 360 at that same time. That's how fun this game was to me back in the day. Unfortunately, it's not as fun for me now, but I still cherish those summer days. Playing as Lightning McQueen, Cars the video game has a huge overworld a la Grand Theft Auto, but for cars. That includes bonus missions, replayable races, hidden secrets, and such. There are also paint skins that could be applied to McQueen, as well as unlockable stages and characters in multiplayer mode. With the races ranging from a street off in Radiator Springs, or the chase to the Piston Cup, Cars has quite the varied racing gameplay, which I loved, and hope I can still love today, which is why it's only at number 8. It still is a solid Disney title though, and a lot of my friends have enjoyed it as well, so yeah. Number 7. F is for friends who do stuff together, U is for you and me. That basically describes what the SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game is. You play as BFFs SpongeBob and Patrick, where you try to rescue King Neptune's crown and save Mr. Krabs, just like in the movie. There are a lot of resemblances to 3D Mario games where you had to collect tokens, which are kinda like the stars the Italian plumber must collect. SpongeBob and Patrick also have a nice array of attacks, and they're all used throughout the game and affect enemies differently, so this variety is very nice. Furthermore, the control feels great. You can actually feel the difference when you control the yellow sponge and the heavy pink star. Add to that a surprisingly varied soundtrack, in a good way, and some awesome level themes and designs, and you get this fun and challenging game. The camera's a bit weird though, so keep that in mind. I swear, I got this game back in 2004, and I still haven't figured out how to get all the tokens and secrets. Any Mario fan should keep an eye on its title, especially considering its low price and availability on all 6th gen systems. Number 6. Man, good times. One of my best friends owned King Kong on his GameCube, and we played and have a blast. I remember this one time where a dinosaur came out of nowhere, and we'd freak out like idiots, but then we just like even bigger idiots. Anyways, King Kong is part adventure, part FPS game. What I really liked about it is that it's not filled with shooting situations all the time. There's a lot of exploration, and the shooting, while rather frequent, is only necessary when absolutely needed, like when facing a dinosaur or other harmful creatures. You also don't just use guns. Sometimes you hold up a torch or throw arrows to harm creatures, which is nice and realistic, if one was in such a situation like in the movie. I haven't much to say because I haven't played the game in a long time, but I really need to either revisit my friend and play it, or purchase a copy myself, and relive those good old 2006 days. Again. Number 5. Oh man, Chamber of Secrets is probably my second or third favorite Harry Potter movie. Nothing will ever top Goblet of Fire though. However, this game isn't just pure awesome. It feels like a Zelda game with exploration factors in Hogwarts Castle and grounds, dungeons with the spell challenges, and items, which are replaced by the spells in this game. Granted, it's nowhere near as big and charming as any Zelda game, but for a licensed game, it does a great job. The story is not so different from the movie. The exploration kept me curious throughout the entire game to find all the secret areas, cards, Bertie Bott's beans, and more. I've only played the PC version, but I have seen footage from the console versions, and they're quite different. However, the PC one still seems better to me because of the environments, the superior control with the mouse and keyboard, and minigames like Quidditch and dueling looking a lot better. If you're looking for a nice PC game with nothing but a few bucks, check out Chamber of Secrets. It still works on Windows 10 PCs. While some people may say Prisoner of Azkaban is better, I feel that Chamber of Secrets is a bigger, more challenging game with more dungeons. Number 4. Ever felt like being Spider-Man, and I actually mean a real Spider-Man? Then Spider-Man 2 is the game for you! You actually control Peter Parker's superhero identity, going around New York City to stop crime from getting worse. The overworld is a sandbox type, which enhances the realism and relates the game a bit more to the movie. Also, I loved swinging around the city with spiderwebs. It just felt so realistic and accurate, I couldn't get enough of it. That leads me to say that the controls were overall responsive and accurate, which is absolutely necessary in a game like this. Spider-Man 2 delivers what is, in my opinion, the best Spider-Man experience to date. Check the title out, especially if you're a Spider-Man fanatic of some sort. Number 3. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the Star Wars series. Whoa there, keep your shotguns down. It's probably because I haven't watched the series enough, so my opinions are rather vague. But anyways, Star Wars Rogue Squadron is the closest Star Fox clone I've ever played. But it's a clone done right, despite the premise being quite different. The controls feel great, the shooting is tight and accurate, but sadly there's no barrel roll. The pop-up can be pretty bad for the N64 version at least, but it doesn't kill the game. Again, This is a title which I haven't a lot of experience with, though I did complete the game, but that was a long time ago. What I remember playing was a great, fun, and entertaining space shooter that comes the closest to Star Fox, but nothing will ever beat Star Fox 64 in my books. Except Star Fox 64 3D. Number 2. Oh, Disney. Writing awesome, memorable pieces of art in their movies that still hold a place in all our hearts to this day. But wait, an awesome Disney video game? Obviously, there are a ton of them, but Aladdin stands out from all of them. Why? Is it because of its gameplay? Its music? Its charm? How about all of the above? The game controlled amazingly in really well-designed levels. So many collectibles, fine, and different ways to navigate through a level just made this a great game. Add to that the charm from the movie, and the game is even better. The combat was also great, attacking with the swords, scimitar, whatever it is, and apples. 11 out of 10, perfect use of apples right there. Really? The short and long range attacks are really good for a game like this, which is why the Genesis version of the game is superior to the Super Nintendo one. Furthermore, there is a good amount of platforming, which can be challenging, but not unfair. Also, while the level designs were based on desert-like themes concerning the movie's setting, they were distinctly different, with elements like darkness, fire, the palace, and more, which I appreciated. I really should go back and experience the game fully, because the last time I did so was about 3 years ago. BRB while I hook up my chances. Before moving on to number 1, let's recap on the other 9 games, shall we? Number 10, The Incredibles. Number 9, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Number 8, Cars. Number 7, The SpongeBob SquarePants Movie. Number 6, Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. Number 5, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Number 4, SpiderMan 2. Number 3, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Number 2, Aladdin. Number 1. I'm pretty sure most of you weren't surprised. GoldenEye is not only a fantastic movie-based video game, but it's also a revolutionary game in general. Back in the late 90s, first-person shooters didn't translate well to consoles. However, GoldenEye changed that with its superior control, huge environments, wide array of weapons, and different difficulties where differences could actually be felt. While it does show its age, I first played this game about 10 years after it was released. Yes, 10 years. I'm not kidding. Even so, I was hooked onto it for hours, and played this game and this game only for weeks. The first 2 Halos and Half-Life 1 were the only other FPSs that actually got me hooked. An aspect that GoldenEye still does well compared to most modern FPSs, it's its non-linearity. Most FPSs include huge hordes of enemies to kill, while getting from point A to point B. This game, however, has you do several mini-tasks before getting point B without any warning, except for a reminder in the menu. If you don't accomplish every one of them, you'd fail the mission. This makes the plot elements make actual sense like in the movie, and it enhances exploration, because you'd have to go visit areas that would serve no other purpose. Also, if you cause too many casualties in gunfights, whether it be destroying scientific equipment or killing too many innocent people, you'd fail. I'm pretty sure most modern FPS fans, mostly COD fags, would say this is stupid, but really, more shooters should do this to make the flow and premise much better instead of getting repetitive in every yearly release. I can't say enough good things about GoldenEye. Revolutionary controls, spectacular music, awesome distinct areas, though the graphics are terrible for today. One can tell why it's a masterpiece in many people's books, including mine. As a matter of fact, it's not only my favorite movie-based game, but also one of my all-time favorite video games in general. I just enjoy this game to this day. And that's from someone who's played Halo and Half-Life before GoldenEye. Yeah, I can agree it hasn't aged well that much, as I said before, but even then, we can't help but appreciate what this style has done for the market. But that's enough about me. What about you guys? What are your favorite movie-based games? I'd like to hear from all of you, so write your list down in the comments. You've heard my list, so for now, this is That Evil Overlord. Merry Christmas, thanks for watching, I'll see you guys later.